Hello and welcome back. As you can see, we've got the Lima Crab in action. I did fit the 01 module as I mentioned I was going to last week. So we'll just get that out onto the line there, switch some points, and then we're going to go and collect a really great group of wagons. It really doesn't like this set of points at the moment. This model has become a little smoother in the running over time since I shot this. And there we go. Down the outside straight of the layout there, and there's those wagons sitting at the goods shed. You can see the tail lamp on the brake van I also mentioned last week. So we'll just get that beyond the points there, and then we'll switch those and we'll roll back and collect them. Lovely look at the station from above here. Definitely got those. I think there might have been a little wheel slip there. That's a first radius curve. So they really are a lovely set of wagons. And somebody very kindly sent me this group of wagons. But we'll have a look at those a little later on. Let's just have a quick run around the railway here. And we'll try and get them back in the sidings near the turntable. Tremendous sound. Many of these wagons have the silver seal wheels. Tail lamp glowing away there, and we'll bring that gently to a stop just before the points. Nice sort of chatter from the motor we're hearing there. It's not as smooth a model as the Lima Deltic. Lima Deltic's a little bit more considered in its running compared to this one, but it's pretty good. And I say it has smoothed out a little bit since shooting this. And then we'll back this lot through the points. I thought that the brake van was going to jump off then, but there we go. Nice gentle stop. A few days have passed since that footage we just looked at there, and these are the boxes that the wagons came in that I mentioned that somebody had very kindly sent to me there. I think they're a wonderful set of wagons, very evocative of the early 70s. Apart from the brake van, the LMS brake van there, and that's the one I mentioned in the last video, that I put a tail lamp on. So that was another purchase. Let's have a look here. So this one came from Elaine's Trains R107 LMS brake van. This was also available as a version without the brake light. I think as time went on, not brake light, I keep calling it a brake light. Tail lamp. I think later variants didn't have it. They still had the facility for it being put in, but the pickups and the bulb weren't fitted. But let's just have a quick look at these boxes. So there's some quite nice price labels on some of them. So there we have the closed van prime pork, R162, and there are some numbers written on which I'm not sure what they refer to, perhaps somebody's private collection. And I'll just put the years, the approximate years of availability in the corner of the screen there, because I can't remember them off the top of my head. And then we've got the open wagon here, Ocean, so 009, and that's got a price scribbled on it as well there. Is it 50p? I can't quite read that. Yeah, it looks like 50p, doesn't it? So we'll pop that down. So if we just have a quick look at those on the railway here. So there is the open wagon there, and the other one we just looked at was short memory here, prime pork. So only just started, I'm forgetting things already. So I think that was quite a long running model. Again, I'll put the dates of these in the corner of the screen. And let's pick up another box here. This one's got a lovely price ticket on it here. That says Hamleys, 73 pence, R210, 5 plank wagon, GF. And there it is, that's the lead wagon. So I don't know whether I can pinch these off. Let me grab an uncoupler. Perhaps we should have a look at a couple of them. Perhaps not all of them. There we go, and that's got those lovely early style silver seal wheels. We'll have a glance at the catalogue in a moment from 74, and it denotes two different sort of ranges of wagons with silver seal and others with plastic wheels. Some of these indeed do just have the plastic wheels. Let's pop that down on there. We're all good there. What else have we got? The Lime Wagon. Is that R211? And again, another lovely Hamleys label on it there. 95 pence. That seems to have a silver seal, not silver steel, style sticker on it. So the Lime Wagon there. I think some of these wagons have had a couple of embellishments on. That one's sort of buried right in there. I'm not going to pick that one off. And what else have we got here? The Coke Wagon. R101. It's got a BT's price ticket on it. 80 pence. Again, that's got those lovely stickers on the box there. So I think if I switch the camera around here, we'll be able to get in tight and have a look at those. I think we've seen a couple of those. I've got some different variants in a slightly bluey grey plastic as well. Perhaps I can't remember the name written on the side of them. So I think it's a relatively long running, a number of variations on that. What else do we have here? R090. I'm trying to read through the label there, and again that's got a lovely Hamleys sticker on it there, a store that my grandmother used to take me to back when I was a child in the 70s. Great visits to that shop on the Regent Street. So again, we'll have a quick look at that. So that's the Princess. Is that Princess it says on there? Princess Royal. Or Princes, is it Princes? I can't quite read. Princes. And I do apologise for my poor reading ability there. I think this Pew & Co, that's a much later one. I don't have a box for that. That's an unboxed one. Again, seems to have silver seal wheels. I think that might have the slightly later style on it. Shall we just pick that one off and have a look? So see if we can undo this one here. There we go. Sorry, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. I'm looking over the top of my glasses rather than at the camera. There we go. Yeah, so that's got plastic axles in there rather than the nice early metal ones. So starting to cheapen the construction, I think, make them simpler to produce and definitely cheaper. I think the metal axles were far better. And what else do we have here? So that's the one I was just misreading. The 5-plank wagon there, R163. Again, just a plain price ticket on there, 49 pence. So let's have a look at that one. I think that's this one here. So I don't know whether we can pinch that one off as well. I'll grab the uncoupler. I think this one just has the plastic wheels on it. Sorry. Not doing a very good job of keeping everything in frame here. So there we go. We just have the plastic wheels on there. A much cheaper overall construction. They don't run anywhere near as nice. A little quieter, but a little more friction, obviously. So we'll pop that down there. Sit that on the rails for later use. What else have we got? Another 5-plank wagon here. Day R104. And that's had a Hamleys price ticket on it, but it's partially pulled away, isn't it? So let's have a look at that one. Lovely green, and that's got the silver seals as well. I'm not going to pull that one off. I think I've got a couple of others of those as well, tucked away somewhere. Had them in a video ages. And the Bird's Eye van, R105, and that one's a grand price of £1.02. Another Hamleys price ticket there. So it's lovely to have these things in the box. It's a really lovely collection of wagons. I'm just going to rotate the camera again and change my grip on the gimbal here. A quick look at the 74 catalogue here at the wagons, I think. So there we have. There's the Coke Wagon, and there's the AW Day, and there's the Lime, and there is the LMS brake van with the illuminated tail lamp look, available late 74. The Bird's Eye van, Fish Fingers, a lovely van, and then we've got There's a general refractors. Again, excuse my poor English here. And if we look on there is those early style silver seal wheels, look, with the metal axle protruding through. And there we have some of the other wagons, look. So there's the prime pork, and there's the spires. So if you look in the pictures, they do just have the plastic wheels. And it just says wagons and vans, look. So I think they're quite a fine set, whether they're silver seal or not. So let's just leaf back through the other direction. Quick look at those. I suppose you should have a quick look at the cover. We won't get bogged down in the catalogue. I'm sure we saw this one just quite recently. The 74/75 Hornby Railways. It's quite a nice picture there. And we do have the mouse sitting on the rail there. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll just put a ring around that because I've run out of hands to point with it. Perhaps we'll just point as well. So I think that would be the mouse in Terence Cuneo's picture. He didn't put a mouse in all of his pictures. It started, I can't remember the year it started, and so he was painting for quite a long time before he started putting mice in his images. So I think we'll get this Lima Crab on the go, and we'll see if we can pick up some coaches with it. I just need to check some point work. So I'm going to pick up my favourite coaches over here, which are sitting in the station. So I've got that point open, and number 14. Yeah, there we should be all good to go. So let's assign the locomotive to the handheld controller. So controller 3, locomotive 9. I'll pick up the handheld. We'll go for forward. And we don't have anything running. So let's we'll see why that is again. Let's go controller 3, locomotive 9, enter this time. We'll grab that. There we go. I don't think I pressed the enter key. It's not as smooth runner, I think I said before, as the other Lima locomotive I've got. So sometimes it's a little bit sort of all or nothing. So I just need to switch points number 14. So we'll go back to the keypad. Try and move slowly. So 14, back to normal. I think we'll close 11 whilst we're at it. So that was the crossover. And let's see if we can now back up and collect these blood and custard coaches. Let's see if we can get in a little tighter. Quite a bit of chatter from the motor. I'm not sure that that's actually hooked up. I'm going to have to intervene here. So let's see if we can get that. I've derailed this coach here. What a mess. Let's see if I've managed to right that. I suspect that the other end of that coach I've just inadvertently pulled off the track, so let's see how we do. Yeah, it doesn't sound very encouraging, that. I'm just going to pull it out from between the canopies here. See, let's see if we can right the problem here. I think we're all good there, but I've just pulled this catenary mat. I've just broken this one. Look at that. So sadly, I've just pulled that and it's broken. That is I think that's a 3D printed one. They are quite weak on the top there. Oh, let's see if I can zoom that in for you and you have a bit more of a look. I just knocked that and it's just broken away there. It's printed in PLA. So I'll just zoom that back out again to a more manageable point, and we'll get underway with this great looking train. I do like these coaches. And I think I've got to stop and sort some point work out here. And I think 25 is set against me, and number 4 is still set where I want it to be from earlier in the day. So we'll just pan around slowly. They are bright, those yellow cement wagons, aren't they? 25 I need to close. I think we should be good now. So this should get us out onto the outside line. Yeah, I don't know whether you remember when I ran this crab earlier when it was DC, it crashes over the points. The back-to-back on a tender, I think, is too wide and it can't be pulled in unless some serious action is taken. I don't think the wheels on the tender are the original wheels either. Let's close number 4. Close that, and we'll close number 1. So let's give this a little bit of power, and we'll zoom in a little, I think. And we'll bring it to a stop at the station. Let's creep it along the platform. Just get the locomotive to the end there. There we go. Yeah, so I think I don't know whether they are the original Lima wheels on the end of it. They look like they're wheels from a locomotive. They've got sort of points for connection rods to be attached. I don't know whether we can. I'll get an insert picture there in the top of the screen and see if you can see those. So I don't know if anybody knows whether that's an original thing or whether they are replacements. But I think maybe if I pull those wheels out, I might be able to do something with the backs of them and get them in a bit tighter. But I think they're just that little bit wide to deal with the point work. Let's give that a little more power now. That was me trying to take a little power out, and it takes quite a lot out in that sort of near center point in the controller. So we'll do it again. I'll just take a fraction out. So that's barely a movement on it, and it takes tons off it. So a little bit more on. So it must just be a point in the slider. I don't know whether it's working correctly. Done it again, look. Here we go. I'm just going to rotate the camera around again, and let's just have a look at that. So it's about in that point there, when you move just a few millimeters down, you get such a sudden drop in the power there. So I'm not quite sure whether we get the same effect on here. I'll just give it a go. We'll transfer it back across and we'll give it a go. So we'll just go locomotive 9, enter, go for forward. I don't know whether I can get all of this in shot. Let's see if we can get a bit wider. I think it seems to have a bit more power earlier on the slider, to be honest. So these things are quite old and possibly not terribly precise in the first place. Yeah, so I've just taken a fraction out of that, and that's much nicer. Let's see if I can get that Yeah, so it's much more gradual as you back that off. So I think the handheld may have either a little bit of wear on it or maybe needs cleaning, perhaps. I'm not sure. So if I just leave that one running around, let's see if we can get out the other Lima locomotive from the station. Let's follow that around. And now I'm going to have to do some fiddling with the keypad, I think. Let's just let that storm past the signal box. And there I want controller 2, locomotive 7, enter. So that's the Deltic's now on there. I just need to check some points though. Yeah, so number 12 I need to shift. So number 12. And I can't remember the name of this crossover. I think it's number 17. And that'll get me onto the inside line. So we'll just pop back round. Again, this is just playing with trains. Number 17. Open. And now let's see if we can get the Deltic out there. That sudden drop off in power there was the diamond crossing, the Crab just hesitating on the diamond. Let's see if I can close number 17 before that comes back around. I just suddenly saw a point open there and I went to turn off the Deltic and I turned off the Crab. So my brain just doesn't do two together. I find it so difficult. So let's see if we can get that running again. I don't think anything derailed as the Deltic came storming through there. I know it's points number 18 were open. Never mind. So let's get that underway again. It has that slight hum as it comes into life as well, doesn't it? And let's see if we can get the Crab underway again. Perhaps a little more power on the Crab. I think if we have too much on there, that's just going to derail. Let's see if we can step back and get everything in shot, perhaps. So that really is making quite a tremendous noise. But I think that's probably it for this week. If we look back again next time, we'll see what else we can have to fiddle with on the railway. Let's see if we can just get both of these locomotives in the same shot again. Let's just hold that there for a second. That Deltic always sounds like it's off the rails to me. Yeah, it just can't keep up with the Deltic. So I think that really is it this time. Thanks again. Goodbye now.